We are Precision International, and our project was the Coronado Naval Amphibious-Based Pedestrian Tunnel. My name is Carlos Lopez. I am the project manager of the team and also prepared the site civil plans. Stefanos was in charge of the geotechnical department, Minerva led the stormwater department, Robert prepared the structural design, Rachel was in charge of the transportation work, and Emmanuel created the construction documents while also being CAD lead. The objective of the document was to design and prepare construction plans for a pedestrian tunnel connecting both sides of the Naval Amphibious Base along Silver Strand. We were tasked to find the ideal location and find the optimal design that was both efficient and cost-effective. Some factors that played a role when we considered the location were existing utilities, proximity to existing crosswalk, and minimizing tunnel length. During preliminary design, we considered alternative construction methods, such as trenching to try to prevent as much seepage during construction and compact the soil if needed. But ultimately, we chose the jack and bore method for construction. The Civil Site Department was in charge of the layout of the project, including the location of the tunnel, staircases, and ramps. The site itself was mostly level due to it being so close to the beach and will make grading easier, although there will be an excavated soil that will need to be exported. Existing utilities played a factor in selecting the location of the tunnel to avoid unforeseen circumstances. The tunnel will be vulnerable due to flooding because of the high water table, and appropriate utility drainage will be installed to counteract the flooding.
For the transportation department, we looked at the pedestrian, the bicycle, and the traffic volume reports and determined the best hours of construction would be from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. with a level of service between A and C. Traffic control plans would be divided into 4 different phases of lane closures in accordance to MUTCD codes. An ADA ramp design will be in accordance to the standards of the American with Disabilities Act of 2010.
For the geotechnical portion of the tunnel, I was in charge in providing a geotechnical investigation to properly analyze the soils, analysis such as the location of the water table, how corrosive the soil might be, whether it was a coarse or fine-grained soil, and using all the analysis I can obtain to create recommendations for both structural and construction, and give them soil parameters for them to create calculations for them to design their portion of the tunnel.
For the structural section, there were several different aspects needed to be addressed throughout this project. Most importantly, the location of the water table in relation to implications that could be caused by its close proximity to the surface. Taking that into account, the components that comprise this project, such as the box culvert, retaining walls, and slab footing, all had to ensure their integrity would not be compromised by the potential consistent exposure to moisture. With this, the designs are per Caltrans standard, seeing as though it passes through the State Route 75 and ensured it does not differ from the city of Coronado also.
Hi, my name is Minerva Munoz, and I was in charge of the stormwater calculations. Surveys and delineation of areas affecting pedestrian tunnel and paths were created, and the method of analysis was the rational method. Multiple storm drain events were utilized to determine flows and capacities of existing storm drains. Some of our recommendations were to install inlets at the entrance of the pedestrian tunnel and to utilize BMPs to prevent pollution from the construction site.
The construction department provides documents that include infrastructure codes and permitting. Within the documents, there is a site logistics that reviews the construction phases, site laydown area, and truck out routes, including a full project schedule that outlines all the activities, durations, and its relationship. Moreover, a full estimate proposal is accounted for each trade scope of work related to the project and matches the master format CSI divisions.
To conclude, the city of Coronado requested for a pedestrian tunnel in order to connect both portions of the Naval Amphibious Base together. We then decided to go with precast culvert sections, seeing as though this project would require a jack and bore installation. The underground installation method has minimal impact on State Route 75 right-of-way as opposed to other alternatives, such as trenching, that would entail several stages to construct. Although mostly able bodies, we also incorporated all the adequate ADA pedestrian requirements to ensure everyone has access to this tunnel. We also incorporated a gradual slope throughout the tunnel to redirect any water that might seep through. Now with that, pumps were needed at the lower elevation portion of the tunnel to greet any water and get pumped out. Our goals were to ensure safety, minimize cost, minimize impact on pedestrians and motorists, and to ensure we are conducting ethical practices. We here at Precision International are eager to present this project for the city of Coronado and the Naval Amphibious Base Coronado.